All right, what's up, everybody? We are here live at Eddy's Cantina for the Hot Wing Show with my man Royal.
That's right,
Brother. Amazing. Thanks for coming, bro.
Finally, man.
Yeah, finally.
I see you having everybody else, and I'm like, what about me? I feel so left out.
Oh no, dude.
I get on this show. I finally made my dream come true.
Oh, hey, brother. Yeah. Sometimes when you start something like this, we were just chatting about it. You're not sure. There's certain people you're like, I want to ask them, but I don't know. I can't take the rejection, It's like, oh no. So sometimes you kind of feel, I know that, but I'm just kind of like, you kind of like, you know how it is, right? Especially at the very beginning, I'm almost like, I'm not gonna trick these guys into coming on, But it's going good. It's been over a year now, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's been good. Been doing it every Wednesday, and I love it, man.
Dude, look at these, man.
The wings are pretty good, right? I think we're doing all right.
I just posted a story. I'm like, these are the best looking wings I've ever seen in my life.
Well, brother, they're all yours tonight, so enjoy.
Torturous though.
First round is pretty chill.
Okay.
It's pretty chill. There's 2 rounds, so we're gonna do 8 wings.
Okay.
And the first round is pretty mellow, and then the second round there's a couple there that are rough.
Okay.
That's why we got the milk and the horchata and all that stuff.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying there's a little bit of foreplay.
Perfect. Exactly. There you go. Exactly.
Work your way into it.
That's exactly it, brother. But before we grab one, maybe you can introduce yourself for the people that don't know who you are.
For those that don't know me, and I'm sure there's way more of those out there, but I'm Royal Chiou, and I'm the owner of Dynasty Taipei, and also the founder of PROFC, Pro Fighting MMA here in Taiwan.
Beautiful. Yes. So PROFC, how long has PROFC been going? I love it.
Officially. If you wanted to say, not like I'm counting, but it was June 14th of 2009. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what is that? A little over 10 years?
That's incredible, man.
A little bit over 10 years. But we did a little hiatus in between when I started to build Dynasty. So.
Okay. Cool.
So it took some time off.
It's beautiful, man. Yeah. And do you live around this area?
I don't. I just work in this area.
You just work in this area. And where do you live?
I live in Nehu right now.
Okay, that's not too far, and it's
not too far.
Nehu's pretty nice,
driving.
Sometimes we'll head over, or jump on the scooter, and we'll go to Nehu for lunch and stuff, right? There's good stuff over there, brother.
Temu's awesome too, man. Temu, Nehu.
It is. I think that's my favorite two spots. Yeah. Tianmu is. I get stuck here a lot, but it's a good place to be.
It is. It's very more international feeling, I feel.
It's awesome, man. I love it. So we have the restaurant here, and we live here, and my daughter goes to school at a local school across from our house. Yeah, it's a good spot, brother.
It's a good place to be.
Vibe too, right? Yeah, it's a good place. Let's grab the first one, and then we'll get on in it, right?
Tell me about this.
So the first one is just a basic buffalo wing, right? It's like the franks, the butter, kind of a little bit of that. So we're gonna go together. You can go drum or wing. So you grab whatever you like, brother.
I'll go drum first.
Go for it, man. Help yourself.
I'm shy when I eat.
You're shy. Oh, shoot. Okay.
Just joking.
Cheers, brother. Hey, there you go. Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate it.
So this one's just
basic, just buffalo, yeah.
Can you tell I'm a little nervous?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Just basic, yeah?
Yeah.
But it's actually one of our bigger sellers, to be honest, because just the buffalo.
Not everybody can take the spices. Can I ask you a question though?
Sure.
Who was the worst at like who couldn't handle the spiciness of?
So far, so this is episode 60. So we've had 60 episodes. I have to think there was a couple, 1 or 2 guys didn't finish it, but if we're talking like fighters. I think Bam was pretty solid, man. I love Bam. He's one of my favorite guys on the planet. But it's funny because I was like, tell him, round one's gonna be really mellow, it's gonna be chill. And with the buffalo wing, he's like, oh, it's pretty spicy. Like, this one, okay, that's gonna be rough.
This one?
Yeah. So like, Bam. Really? Okay, cool.
Bam.
But Kai cried on the last couple, so that was pretty solid. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was tearing up. The last couple were rough.
Come on, Kai.
Kai's a beast, man. I love that guy. He's actually, when he comes here, he's training with you guys, right?
Yeah, he was training out at Dynasty. Okay. His whole camp was there.
Was it there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He I don't know if he was just trying to flatter me or not, but he said it was probably the smoothest.
He told me the same thing.
Oh, did he really? So he's not lying. He said it was the smoothest camp he ever had.
He said it was the equipment, the whole place, the facility. Was amazing.
Yeah,
it was amazing. Yeah. So that's
can I lick this off my finger?
Of course you can, dude.
Awesome. This wing is awesome.
Please do. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This is but I don't know if I get sued for saying finger licking good. Oh, sorry.
So, sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. Let me move forward. My voice is not projecting as I thought.
It's all right. It's all good.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Rough.
Good.
Okay, there we go.
All right, we're good.
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, man. So obviously martial arts, MMA and all that stuff has been a big part of your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did that start? Maybe you can let us know. We'll start
How
from
did
the
it
beginning.
start?
Yeah, the martial arts journey, the MMA journey.
Actually, I think I was always turned on to martial arts.
Yeah.
My grandfather and my father are all martial artists.
Oh, cool. Okay, very cool.
Judo to be specific.
Nice. Okay.
But so I always took a liking to martial arts even when I was a kid.
Okay.
And it was always like from watching, cartoons and old school like Chinese kung fu movies and stuff, but like even more old school than like the dubbed ones where they're.
Oh, I love those.
Dude, I love those.
As a kid,
so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And pretending to be a ninja, climbing the walls in our house and stuff
cool,
like that.
Man. I love that. Yeah.
So it was always that, and then as I got into sports, it turned me onto like the competition aspect of it.
Okay. Yeah.
And but the funny thing is, my dad never taught me martial arts.
Okay.
I always try to go and find it some other way.
Okay. Is there a reason? Did he give you a reason why?
I think, honestly speaking, I think it's because he likes to fight.
Okay.
So he was like literally growing up. My dad was like, because we had a restaurant bar.
Oh, what?
Right.
Okay.
It was like
where did you?
This was in Oregon. This was in Oregon,
Okay.
And so like my family was more or less the only like Caucasian family in the whole town, and it's like a really small town.
Okay.
Logging community, but but like I mean, like you get a bunch of roughneck, like logging community fisherman type, like
sure. I mean,
you get drunk at the bar. There's gonna be some episodes,
for sure, yeah.
So, but fortunately for him, he's like a 4-time national judo champion, so he was the bouncer at the same time.
That's awesome.
But and he liked to fight. So
so he's like,
like no joke, he was literally fighting every week, if not every other week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
he was loving it. He's like, yeah.
He was loving it. That was his like workout,
Yeah.
And
it's a sparring for him. Yeah.
So I think because I always asked him growing up, and he wouldn't teach me.
Okay.
So I think it's because he wanted to keep me out of trouble. He was afraid. He was afraid that I would become like him.
Understandable. Yeah. My dad is actually a musician, right? So like he's a rock and roll dude. He's got long hair. Like he's a great guy. He's a drummer actually, and
sweet.
He never taught us either. Like we were always like, hey, teach us drums, and he'd have like his drum kit, and he'd sit there wailing away on the drums, right? And then he's like, okay, do that, and you're just like, you don't know what you're a kid, right? Like, and he's like, just move, man, and he'll just sit there like in his own world wailing away, and I'm like, and it's funny because the same cycle happened when my sister had kids,
right?
Because they're like, oh, my dad's like, I got him a drum kit,
right?
And then he'd sit there wailing away, and then the kids get on there and they're just like tit 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 tit,
right?
My dad's like, you know what? Go play or something.
Yeah.
It's funny. Dads are special, man. They're funny guys. Yeah. Mine's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
My dad's so funny. I can't even tell the stories of what he's inappropriate things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I've had that. I've had that too. My dad has a lot of.
Yeah, I'll tell you when we're not on air.
That's funny. Yeah. So when did you come here then? Is your family from here originally or not?
My parents are from here originally. Yeah.
Okay. And they went to the States.
Yeah, they went back to the States in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
So they were there for a while, and then I came back after I graduated college.
Okay.
So I moved here from Seattle, and that was 2003.
Oh, dude. Okay.
So what is that? 17 years, man.
Yeah, that's about the same, man. I came here in 2002 December.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's about the same. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was here 2002 for summer school, trying to learn Chinese.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I dropped out after 6 weeks.
It's a tough language, man.
Yeah,
it takes a while to get it. I think. Yeah. Did you guys use it at home at all, or
no? We used English and Taiwanese.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. Taiwanese, I think, is harder.
I think it's harder, but
it should be harder. I think. I mean, I've been here for so long. I know zero Taiwanese.
Really? You know all the cuss words though, right?
Some of them, yeah.
Because I think Taiwanese sounds best when you're like yelling at
when
someone.
you're yelling, yeah. Sometimes if you don't know what's going on and people are yelling, you're just like, oh. But then if, it's Taiwanese, like, oh, okay, yeah. They're just chatting.
Yeah.
It's cool though, man. So that's the journey, right? So what about the entrepreneurial journey?
Man, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I think I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. Even from when I was like 10 or 11, washing cars in my parents' parking lot of the restaurant,
Yeah.
And I was watching
good for kids, man.
Yeah. So I just got like a cardboard box, wrote on it like free car wash.
Oh yeah, yeah, with meal or something.
Tips only.
Tips only, right? Yeah. And they see a kid and everyone's tipping, like, right?
A cute Asian kid here in Oregon? What is that? They just started throwing tips without me washing the car. No, I'm joking.
Okay, yeah.
No, fun sideshow. So I just wash cars and make money for like close the next school year. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I've never really had like a corporate job.
Okay.
Even in my university, the program that I graduated with a degree in is it's called the Program for Entrepreneurship and Innovation.
Oh, really?
So this is like my focus. Yeah.
That's so cool, man. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's
like
cool. Yeah.
Pre-Shark Tank.
Okay. Yeah. Shoot. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And then you've been here and the fights, the early fights,
right,
were the Luxy ones, right?
Right.
That was you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I heard that and I'm like, I don't know if I should ask because I'm pretty sure it was you that did that, right? Those were great, man.
Those are like
much though. That's what
Kumite days.
Those are so, but it was so cool to go out and be like, well, we get to watch live fights. That's amazing, right? Yeah,
right.
So cool.
Something about live fights. I think like the combat sports, like when you watch it live, is like the most addicting of sports. I think most addictive sport to watch is like fighting.
It is. I think it is. I think we'll pull up a little picture here. Look at this handsome fellow.
Man, who's that guy?
Look at is that a PROFC belt? Or like,
that's one of the PROFC belts, right?
Explain that bad boy. Wow.
So in our biggest event was back in 2015 or 2016. Like we crowned our first champion. And he was a welterweight champ. He's Takanori Sato out of Japan. He's like an 8-time world pancration champ, or king, or 8-time king of pancrase. Pretty badass. And he fought in the UFC twice.
Dude. Okay. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
And you guys had those fights here?
We had these fights here, man. It was in that sports that stadium.
That Taipei Arena.
Yeah. No, not Taipei Arena, but the one next to Taipei Arena.
Oh, the gymnasium.
The gymnasium. Yeah. So we had like a little over 2,000 people in that show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And like, but that thing was like, I really feel blessed for that show because so many of those fighters either went to ONE FC or UFC.
Okay. Wow.
So cool, like the level, like, and a lot of them went on to go to the UFC or ONE FC. Really cool, so it was like, a lot of us didn't know the caliber of fighter that were there that day, So
that's, I mean, I don't really watch much TV, and I know I'll watch movies and stuff with my daughter, but I mean I watch UFC like religiously.
Right.
That's pretty much the only thing I actually watch. You know, people are talking about politics and all this other stuff going on, and the only news I watch is like the MMA news.
Right.
Really, that's it.
Like MMA talks and
there's so many, like if you go to like my YouTube channel listing and it's all just
you're basically talking about my YouTube channel.
It's all MMA, like
same thing, man.
MMA this, MMA that.
Yeah.
And, like Anderson Silva and this. It's amazing, man. I love that. It's I love watching it, and I started recently doing some BJJ because I freed up some time, and it's tough, but now after a few months, I feeling good. I like it. Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
I don't know how old you are, but
I'm 42, bro.
Okay, so we're about the same.
Real, you look, dude. What?
I'm turning 41 next month.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So we're there. We're in that bracket.
Wow.
But
okay.
I think it's different. Like whether it's maturity or something, but like now when I roll, it's like the whole perspective has changed.
Sure.
So. And that makes me appreciate it even that much more. So
okay. I think for me, I've been playing soccer my whole life, and I coached soccer since I was 12. And I basically, my daughter, she played a little bit. She's kind of like, okay, she likes it, but she's but she's been watching UFC on my lap since she was born.
Man.
So we thought, let's try in some BJJ, and we found some and for kids, and she likes it, and I was like, okay, she likes one of the two, and now it's like I don't really, it's nothing against soccer, I love it, but I don't even go play, I don't really watch it, I don't do anything with it anymore. We just watch UFC and we go BJJ, and it's great, and it's a good skill to have.
Oh, absolutely,
amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, especially for a little girl, right? I mean,
for sure.
By the time she's a teenager, hopefully she'll be. I mean, she's 8.
Right.
So by the time she's a teenager, she should be pretty solid.
She'll be the time is going to go by.
I know, dude. I know. So that's why I'm kind of like, I went out for a couple beers last night, and I don't do that very much. And people are like, we never see you out. Like, what's going on? I'm like, every spare moment, I just hang out with my daughter. And they're just kind of like, okay, that makes sense.
That's right. The last time I ran into you going to the fights, the WOTD one, your daughter.
That's right. She loves the fight. Funny story. The first time I took her to a WOTD fight, I didn't tell her WOTD because she wouldn't know what that is. Right. But I told her UFC. Right. Like, we're gonna go watch the UFC, and she was so excited. Yeah. And then we got there, and she's like, I wonder if we'll see John Jones. I'm like, I don't think he's coming to this one.
Conor McGregor gonna be here.
She's like, I'm like, what? She's like, what? No John Jones? I'm like, I don't think he's coming to this one. Sorry. Yeah. And she's kind of like, wow. Like, she doesn't really even know. What's up, guys? Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's pull that up. Got a little new subscriber. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Where's my chat? Bam. All right. Yeah, if you guys
awesome.
Throw a chat on there, we'll respond. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, bro. So
the whole setup.
Man, this setup started from just like a GoPro Hero 5.
Yeah.
And just a tripod, and then slowly, like I said, I don't go out that much, but I really wanted to make this something, and then so slowly, piece by piece,
speaking is like, you're not my first podcast,
okay.
Like I lost my podcast virginity a long time ago, or
sure, no problem.
But bro. This is the best setup I've seen.
You, man. I appreciate it.
Literally, this is the best setup I've seen.
Well, I think the cool thing is we try to do it live. Like I had a little space in, like, we have a small office, and I had a little space back there, and it was okay. But when I brought people there a couple times, the first few, and it was like it wasn't really vibing. But here I'm like, let's throw some food out there. Let's do it on Wednesday, because Wednesday's usually slow. Let's do half price wings. Let's do something fun. And then slowly it's getting better, and it's going pretty good, man. So I'm pretty excited. Awesome. I love having people on, and I actually look forward to the Wednesday, brother. So
I mean, you're an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur too, so you know that gratification of building something.
Yes,
I agree. Taking it like one step at a time. And it's like, when I look back, like you brought up the old school PROFC fights, man. I think about that, man, and it's like, man, we really brought it back to like Street Fighter. Street Fighter 2 style, where it's like
for sure,
karate guy versus like
those were amazing. Those days, bro. Let's grab the next one.
Okay.
This is a Chipotle wing. Yeah.
This is a Chipotle.
Chipotle. Yeah. Okay. It's still pretty much.
I had drumsticks. You got There we go.
There you go.
It's so tender.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's awesome.
I love food, and we sell food, so I like good food, so I try to make it good.
Yeah, so this one has a little bit of spiciness to it. I feel it tingling.
Yeah. So Chipotle is a smoked jalapeno, right? So a little mild, sort of tingly spice, yeah. So I really want to keep talking about PROFC, man.
Okay.
So originally, why did you start it?
Why did I start it?
Why did you start it way back? What was the goal with with PROFC?
I saw a couple other shows.
Okay.
And like I'm really big on like how to make Taiwan better.
Oh, dude.
Honestly.
Dude, me too. I love it here. That's so good to me. I want to do as much as I can.
And I think it's I don't know, because I feel like sometimes I have so much more Taiwanese pride than the people that are born and raised here.
I understand. I understand that.
Taiwan is awesome.
It's a great place
now, right? With COVID worldwide,
it's like number
Taiwan
one.
Is. I mean, I just went to a music festival, the Ultra Music Festival.
I know. I saw your thing, and I was like, I haven't been to one of those in so long.
But where else in the world? Right now, can you do that?
Yeah.
And it's Taiwan. So it's like everything I do is, you know, how can I make Taiwan, how can I make it better in Taiwan, you know? And I remember seeing some events back in, we were out in like Warner Village, you know.
I remember those days.
Just a couple puzzle mats on the ground or something, you know, in the courtyard outside. And the rules weren't really MMA rules, but they're calling it like MMA. And then, I mean, I'm not hating, but it's just like, man, I could do better than this. And that's because I was doing events, right? Okay. So I was doing events.
You're an event guy,
And I realized, man, to do an MMA event, it really isn't that much different than us doing like a concert.
Okay.
Like when we do a concert or even a mini concert. Like remember we used to host a lot of those international artists in Luxy or
Snoop Dogg.
And Snoop Dogg. And I was like, you were there?
Yeah, I was like,
it was us.
Snoop Dogg is here. Like
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, their first time performing together in 10 years.
It's here. Yeah. Let's see. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, I came to Taiwan and I was like, what?
Yeah. There's like 4,000 something people that night.
Yeah. No,
the capacity there is less than, it's like 1,800 or something.
I love that.
Like, that was literally.
That's another good thing about Taiwan.
Yeah.
Like, you fit 1,800. We'll squeeze 4,000.
About 4,000. So
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. No. So it came off of that, man. It's like, how do I make this better? How do you know? Cool. Because when I first, like, I would say officially started training some martial arts was back in Seattle when I was in university.
Okay.
When I flew, I left the nest.
Okay.
You know, I moved to Seattle, went to university there, and I met a bunch of friends that trained back in the day with like Ensign Inoue. That's where they started. There's a bunch of guys from Guam, right?
Okay, wow.
And they're big on it. So we were all watching Pride back then together. And I'd been watching UFC since day one.
Me too. UFC
right?
1.
UFC 1.
Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
oh my God, yeah. Love it.
And so they're like, hey, you go to University of Washington. Can you get us into the gym there? And I'm like, yeah, I probably can sneak you guys in. I'm like, why? They're like, well, we want to use the judo room. I'm like, for what? You know, and they're like, oh, we're just practicing some, you know, and I'm like, no way. I love that stuff. They're like, train with us, you know. So that's when I started training. Every once in a while we go to AMC Pancration, which you probably heard of.
What's that? Sorry. Okay, that's okay. Well,
yeah,
I just keep going.
So sometimes we go to like AMC Pancration.
Okay.
Where like the first time I went to AMC Pancration, I met Josh Barnett. He had just won the UFC heavyweight title.
Okay, wow.
He even told me how much he got paid for it, which now is funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like old school legends like Maurice Smith were there.
Oh yeah, I love that.
One of the pioneers of the UK MMA scene, Ian the Machine was there. Ivan Salivary was there. Alan Goes was there. A lot of the Pride fighters like Alexander Otsuka and what's his name? Like some of them, I don't even remember the Japanese guys. They were all there. Big Bob Sapp just started training. He just started training.
So big,
man. Yeah, he just started training. It's crazy the amount of talent that was coming out of the gym.
Okay.
So
crazy.
Yeah, and then when I came back here, I'm like, man, I know these guys from Guam. They have the Japanese connection. I know these guys from the States, you know, and how can I make it better? Let me get some of these guys involved, you know, and piece by piece, man, like an entrepreneur does. And then, you know, doing the event to me was I mean, I've produced over 1,300 events in Taiwan. So like doing an event like that to me was not really the problem. That wasn't the issue. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. So
wow. That's a lot of events, man. Holy crap. That's crazy.
It's a lot of events.
That's cool. No, I think that was one of the questions I would have, because I mean, nobody is, you know, I remember it was like last year maybe you messaged me and you're like, hey, you know, bringing Anderson Silva, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah,
Anderson Silva, like what? Like how? Like where do I even start? Like how would you even have the connection to bring Anderson Silva to Taipei?
How did I have that connect? Like right now you caught me off guard. I don't know.
That's
remember,
cool.
but obviously it's just friend of a friend introducing, right? And you know, network to me is like has been a blessing. Being able to meet all the people I've met, you know, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, even, right? These are all like heroes, right?
Me too, yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, and just one day I got a call from a friend and just saying like, hey, would you want to do an event with Anderson Silva and you could potentially represent him, you know? And I'm like, what? Yeah. Unfortunately, though.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. But
he missed his visa by 6 hours.
Really? Oh, that
happened. Okay. Because I guess Taiwan has pretty strict rules and regulations when it comes to Brazilians getting into Taiwan. Yeah.
Wow.
And so he was in Hong Kong filming a movie or there for a movie premiere. And we're like, well, let's fly him to Taiwan and do this seminar.
Sure.
Man, everyone was stoked. But then it was kind of a letdown, but, you know. But
you know what? I think now he just kind of, he didn't retire, right? But he's kind of like, he's out of his UFC contract. Right. I think he's going to be looking for some new places, and maybe he'll end up out here somewhere, right? That'd be great. Who knows? Any inside scoop?
I just got a call, not a call. I just got a message today. Actually,
Okay.
It's funny that you brought that up.
Okay, love that guy. So,
And it was another person in Asia. I won't disclose where.
Sure, no
but
problem.
asking me to put him in contact with Anderson Silva.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
We'll see what happens with that.
That's wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
But I know Anderson is also trying to push. He has his own gym.
Yeah.
His own gym line.
Muay Thai. It's like a bee.
Yeah,
right?
it's like the
Killer
bee.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's pushing that for franchise. It's got a lot of things in the works, you know.
That's pretty cool, man. Wow.
But man, Anderson Silva. So
he's the GOAT, right? I love
Jeez.
Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because you know he still wants to keep fighting and he's still amazing. It's just you know it's.
I remember who introduced me now. Reggie Martin. That's my brother from
Shout
Macau. Reggie Martin.
Okay, Reggie. Shout out to Reggie Martin.
Knows anyone who's anyone in the world. Yeah, Reggie Martin. Yeah.
Good guy to know, I guess. Yeah.
Not to be mistaken with Ricky Martin.
Okay. Yeah. Better dancer though, maybe. Yeah. It's close.
It's close. We might have to do a competition.
Sounds
on
good.
one of your next
Probably
shows.
knows Ricky Martin. Yeah. Sweet, brother. Let's grab the next one.
All right. Tell me about this one.
This one is sort of like it's a cayenne sort of base sauce, like in Taiwan. When you go, so the history behind this one was we always make really spicy sauces, and it's hard to find the ingredients. So, you know, when you get ghost peppers or habaneros or Carolina Reapers or whatever, they're not so easy to find. But you go to the market and they have these long red like cayenne peppers fresh in the markets.
Right.
They're always there. And then just one day a while back, I was like, you know what, I'm going to grab some of these. And you know, everyone's like, well, it's not that spicy. I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to use a lot of it, and I'm going to make a sauce out of it, and then let's see how it goes. So that's it. I mean, it's round one still, so it's not super spicy, but I think the flavor's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
Right on, brother. You wanted the drum or the wing?
I'll just grab.
Okay. Grab
closest one.
Whatever you want, dude.
Look at this sauce.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
How are we doing on sound, Lily? It's okay.
Me? Really?
Oh shoot. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Should I hold it like a lot closer? Is this better?
Yeah.
Oh, like this? Right.
Like a fist.
One fist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this better?
Sorry, there's a kind of like
it's all good.
There's like a little background removal thing.
Oh, okay.
I was testing out for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, this one's a little bit spicier. Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting up there, I think.
Right.
I mean, I like the flavor. This one's pretty popular, yeah.
This flavor is pretty unique, actually. Like, I mean, I haven't tasted a wing like this before.
So my idea with it was I wanted to make my own like Frank's style sauce, and then I made this, and it's pretty different than a Frank's style sauce. But I thought, just put that out there, and people were liking it. And I was like, you know what? I like it. I mean, it tastes different than the other one, so let's put them both out there and see what happens. And they both go pretty good. Yeah. Change.
Adjust it.
Like that?
Like right here.
Not sure what's up. Sorry, dude.
This way.
Sorry, Up. Like that. Okay.
Just eating wings.
Just eat the wing, man.
Yeah, man. I could taste it. I mean, it tastes really fresh, the sauce.
Yeah. So what we do is, we use the fresh. The good thing about that is, the markets here, they always have those.
Right.
Like you just go in, or the next day, you call your veggie distributor, and you're like, we want these, like 2 kilos of cayenne, and then bam, it's fresh. Some of the harder to
2
find
kilos,
ones,
that's a lot, man.
Yeah. Well, we use a lot, because we make sauces, we make a big batch, and we bottle some. We don't bottle the kind of the more mild ones. We kind of bottle the hotter ones because people that buy bottles of hot sauce, they want hot. They don't want a mild one, right? So
where was Bam Morris on this one?
Oh, Ben, I think it was
tap out.
No, he went all the way. He definitely went all the way. He was at the end of the show. It was funny because he kind of like shook his shirt a little bit, and it was just like
drenched,
like he was drenched. Yeah,
really.
Wow. Okay. It's crazy. It was crazy. And actually, there's a speaking of Kai as well was pretty, like the last few killed him, right?
Right.
But Kai's coach, right, Steven, crushed everything, no problem. I had to add an extra level of like heat because I was like, he didn't even break a sweat, dude. He's like, yeah, well, his girlfriend eats really spicy, so he eats really spicy. And I thought, wow. And Kai was watching, like waiting for Steven to like, and Steven was like, no problem, just come and just chatting,
like nothing.
Oh, wow. Man. Okay. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah.
7-Eleven sometimes it's not always there, but sometimes in 7-Eleven they have this. It's like a cup noodle.
Okay.
I mean, I forgot what brand, but it's like, I think it's a Japanese brand, I think, but they use ghost pepper.
Okay. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like a black container.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
I had that one time.
Yeah.
Have you had that?
I think I have because I like spicy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think I've had it. I remember it being spicy. Yeah, I think I remember.
But that day when I ate it, I was pretty weak. And that's the first time I would say that day I tapped out to spicy, because usually my mouth will be burning, and I'll just eat it anyways to try to like build my tolerance.
Yeah.
But that day I was like, no thanks. I'm done with this one.
Well, apparently in the States there's like this it's like tortilla chip. It comes like individually packaged, and it's like, I can't remember the brand, but it's like a one chip challenge, and supposedly it's like a Doritos chip.
Oh, it's just like one chip,
and it's packaged, and it's like super soaked in, I don't know, everything that's hot, and it's apparently crazy.
That's
I'll get my hands on that, but we'll see.
It's probably not good for you,
man.
It's
definitely not good for you. It's definitely not. Yeah. So if you like Google one chip challenge, it'll pop up.
I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah,
man.
Right on, brother. So I wanted to actually chat about the no gi competition.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
The no gi Grand Prix. I went. I love it. I had an amazing time. I brought my wife. I brought my daughter. Some of her coaches were fighting, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
she loved it. And it was the atmosphere in that place. Like I've been to a couple UFC events and stuff. And I think the atmosphere there was just as good, if not better, man. Right. It was really it was really small, and everyone was kind of like everybody's kind of touching each other. It was just loud and it was crazy, and the walkout, everything was super well done, man. I really had a great time.
Thank you. I was so happy that you were able to make it too. You missed the one before.
So bummed about that. Yeah, I was so bummed about that. Yeah,
that was the kickboxing Grand Prix, and the energy on that one was crazy too.
That one had a guy I had on the show before. It was one of my favorite local fighters, Steven.
Yeah, Steven. Dude, he's awesome.
He's awesome guy.
I love his fighting style too. He's just a berserker, man. He's an entertaining fighter, and I really think he's definitely one to look out for right now. Yeah,
for sure. I had him on the show right at the beginning, and we're talking about who he likes, and he likes Robbie Lawler, and I'm like, okay, makes sense.
Totally makes sense. Now that you tell me that, it totally makes sense.
I remember I've seen him fight at quite a few times. I've seen him fight at Taipei Arena. I've seen him fight quite a few different times. So I was really bummed to not go to that event, especially because I knew he was fighting. I like him a lot. Yeah.
He's awesome. He's awesome fighter. He's an awesome guy too.
Yeah, he is.
Because at the nogi,
he was the announcer.
He was the announcer.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You know, because I went for a buddy of mine. He was shooting a music video, and he's like, "Oh, I need some Mexican masks, and I need this," and I'm like, "Okay, we'll go." And they're like, "Oh, you can come be an extra." I'm like, "Yeah, cool, let's go do it." And I saw Brandon.
Right.
So Brandon O'Neill too.
Right.
And I knew he was ring announcing.
Right.
And then I said, are you doing the nogi as well? And he said he had a gig or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder who's going to do it. And it turned out to be Handsome Steve.
Handsome Steve.
He's a great guy, man.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Brandon's a great guy too. I trained with him. We've been,
with Brandon?
I think he entered the there's a BJJ competition next weekend or something.
He told me he was going to do that.
Yeah.
He asked me, he's like, you're going to enter? I'm like, dude, I'm like a white belt. I'm like 40 years old. I'm not entering nothing, dude. Maybe I'll go watch. Yeah.
Telling me to enter, but I'm like, I'm 40 years old.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know, Yeah. So I mean, and I'm new. It's pretty fun. I love it, man. I started. It's been maybe half a year. It's great. I can't believe I didn't do it earlier. Right. Just I've been so busy.
Oh, so this is like the first time you ever tried BJJ?
Ever tried?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's weird because you're like a 40-year-old white belt, but actually, as an entrepreneur, maybe you'll understand. One of the things I love the most is that I am a white belt.
Right.
And I go in. I mean, there's guys that are like half my age and they're higher belts, and I don't have to make any decisions.
Right.
I don't have to do any like marketing or nothing.
Right.
All I do is go, stretch, follow the guys, and then I enjoy myself. I try to roll. I roll. Sometimes I get tapped. Sometimes I tap.
Right.
It's good, man. I enjoy the fact that I don't have to be like planning any sessions or being a motivator or being a leader. It's just a white belt.
Right.
I just want to, I just want to do my thing. Try to lose this belly. That's it.
But like when I do get the opportunity to train at Dynasty, it's like that's my time where I'm like,
of course.
It's like if I go and try to lift weights,
sure.
For instance, one of the staff is going to come and find me and tell me to go, there's a fire over here, go put it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
But when I'm in the cage and because we train our BJJ in the cage,
beautiful. I love that.
They won't come.
Okay.
They'll leave me alone. So I always get to roll and not be the boss. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's the exact same feeling.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like especially like of course in the restaurant. Whenever people are like, hey, let's go for some food, let's get some beers, and they always want to come here. I'm like, okay, we can start here, but let's end somewhere else, because if we're here, I got to be like watching the door. I got to watch the kitchen. I got to make sure this guy's getting his beer. I got to make sure this guy wanted hot sauce, and it's been 10 minutes. He hasn't got it yet, right?
Exactly.
It's like, right. So I kind of,
exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, it's hard to relax. Like yesterday, I said I went out for a couple beers, and it was nice. It was nice, but I mean, it's rare because I'd rather just hang out with my daughter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I mean, I was on the fence, man. When we went to the nogi, at the end, it looked like it was gonna be a crazy party.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I want to stay so bad, but I was like,
some of them stayed like
like Russ.
Yeah, well, and because they stayed to also watch the UFC.
Oh,
remember that was the one that was like
Khabib and Gaethje, right?
Yeah, like started at 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Like
how was the crowd for that?
Towards the end, I think there was like a lot of people kind of getting tipsy, and then some people just tired. But there was a handful, like a handful of people still there. And somebody ordered, it must, like, I swear that thing, two whole bags of like the Taiwan breakfast food.
Okay, sure,
Dojang and stuff.
Dojang.
I swear they were like 10 kilos each bag. It was crazy. And nobody even came close to eating half of it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing when you're drinking and you're like, hey, let's order everything, and then the food comes and you're like,
it's like way too much. But that night, man, I was like a kid in a candy store too. It was like I was telling you, man, like I felt like a fan watching the no-gi event.
What's up? No sound over there? It's okay. We're recording. It's all good. It'll be live and the sound will be on the live, so it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah.
Okay. So let's have the last one and then we'll switch to round 2, yeah? All right. So this is I'll grab the top one then, I guess. Yeah. This is a Korean style. This is kind of, we don't do that many fusion things, but this is one. We used to have a guy whose family had a Korean joint before. Okay. And I was like, hey, teach me a Korean sauce, and this is it. So I tweaked it a tiny bit, but yeah.
So this one, where does it rank on the spicy scale?
I'd say these 4 are pretty close. Okay. Yeah, they're not too much.
Oh, it is Korean.
It is, right? Yeah. It's crazy, right? It's funny because as soon as we started selling it, of course, the day, like this group of like 6 Korean dudes comes in to drink beer, and they're like, "Oh, Korean." So my staff's like, "Hey, try the Korean," and I'm like, "Don't tell them," you know. And then I'm like, "Oh no," and they ordered it and they liked it, so I was like, "Okay, phew," you know. Because they were kind of like, Korean? What? All right, let's try it.
It's super legit.
Thank you.
You got your sauces down for sure.
Thank you. The sauces go through hell. Everything goes through hell before it makes the menu. So, yeah, I mean, it's I don't want someone to come in on their first visit and have something that kind of sucks, and then they're like, "Yeah, that place sucks." We still get that anyway. Sometimes you get like crappy reviews here and there, right? It's part of it, right?
It's part of it, man.
What can you do? Yeah.
You gotta in anything, man. Like
any industry, I guess. Yeah.
Especially being an entrepreneur, man. You need to be able to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I've been taking that since like
always.
Like I think a couple days ago we had this group sitting in the corner, like nice people, Taiwanese people. They came in and they're like, "We want some beers," and I was like, "All right, cool." And they're like, "What do you like?" I asked, "What do you guys like?" And they're like, "Well," they described it, and I'm like, "Okay, I'll bring you a couple light ones." I brought them an American Pale Ale and a lager, and I'm like, "Okay, here's a little sample. You try the lager first." So I gave them the lager first, and the 4 of them got it. Then they drank it. I'm like, "Okay, after you finish that, here, try this one. Try this American Pale Ale." And then they tried it. They're like, "Okay, cool, yeah." And then one of the ladies is just like, "Which is which?" And I'm like, "Well, you drank both of them already, you know." I'm like, she's like, "There's no label on the cup," and I'm like, "No, I gave you the one you drank first is the lager," and she's like looking at me like you're an idiot. I'm like, what? I'm like, what? Which one did you like, the first one or the second one? She's like, "I don't know." I'm like, okay, well, do you want to try something else? I really don't know what to say. You know, like what happened? You know?
I like one time we had an event at Dynasty in our restaurant area, and it was like a fan meet and greet for a local celebrity.
Okay.
And so all these guys they basically had 3 choices of food that they pre-ordered.
Yep. Go.
So it's just chicken, beef, or pasta.
Boom. Sorry, I wanted to pull up. That is something like that. Like that's your thing, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like a meet and greet sort of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
And it was like chicken, beef, or pasta.
Okay.
And like, I think maybe even half of the people, they like when we're trying to serve the dishes when they came out, half of them forgot what they ordered.
Oh yeah.
And then they start complaining about, and this is like walking around with them and saying, "Hey, is this teriyaki chicken yours?" And they're like, I don't know.
That happens.
It's the first. It's like, no, it's not mine. No, it's not mine. Then it becomes, I don't know. And then they start complaining, like, where's my food? Like, well, what did you order? Like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's your fault, Yeah. And so, I mean, but who was it that said, was it Kanye West or somebody said that if you don't have haters, then you're not doing a good job or something. You know what I mean? You're not doing it right.
I agree. It's true. It's
totally
true. I've heard it many times, and you're not doing it right if you don't have the haters, right?
Right.
I think that, I mean, like most of the people that come in, it's like 4 or 5 star. Everybody's happy, but you still get 1 stars.
Yeah.
I think I got one this weekend recently. Yeah, because we actually had a catering gig. It was a Saturday night, and I mean, usually we wouldn't do that, but these customers have been our customers for years and years and years and years. So, and they were leaving town. I said, okay, sure, of course. Yeah, boom. Whoop, there you go. No, there you go.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah. So, yeah, so
that one looks pretty cool to see.
The last two are pretty crazy. Look, they took a little easy on that. So, lucky on that one. But yeah, can you smell that? Start to smell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the last couple are rough. The last couple are rough for sure.
Yeah, that one looks rough for sure.
That is rough. These two are rough.
This one too.
Yeah, usually this one is drenched, but I think they took it easy on us in the kitchen today.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, do you want to grab that one? Let's.
All right.
This one is similar to the cayenne, but it's made with instead of the long cayennes, it's made with the little bird's eye. Those little Thai ones.
Those ones are super spicy.
Yeah, so that's this one. Yeah. Still hot too. Well, and
she's getting in on this.
She is getting
for the reaction.
See if we can get a zoom on you.
See if I'm a white belt or when it comes to spiciness.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh yeah, it gets you in the back. It gets you in the back. Mm-hmm. Not when you first bite into it. It comes as you chew.
Yep, exactly. You first bite and it's like, oh, that's not bad. Let's try this angle right here. Whew.
Oh yeah.
So about the events, I mean, how often, like, you did a couple weeks in a row with events, with like the kickboxing and then the no-gi, right?
Right.
I would imagine it was successful, right? I mean, I don't need to know details, but I would imagine it's successful overall, right? I would think, or not? What do you think?
Success in multiple ways, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say overall feedback. Wow, the last
coming right.
Thumb.
Oh, one more thing. Don't touch your eyes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't touch the eyes.
Good reminder.
That's a tough one. Yeah. So successful enough to be like, let's do it again, or let's do it more often.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Let me tell you about this background story. Actually,
let's do it.
When I was building Dynasty.
Okay.
Actually, I was like building a place that I can host frequent, consistent.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Consistent events.
Okay.
So that's why the setup is the way it is.
Totally custom.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So we're from the walkout to like going around the ring to the lighting and sound on top. Yeah.
Everything was great, dude. Yeah. I really had to.
That last one kind of.
It's getting
it's making an impact.
It's a jump, right? It's definitely a jump. Hi.
Shouldn't have licked my thumb.
Yeah.
Because there was.
Joe, Aaliyah's friend is outside looking for her. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's actually her BJJ, one of her BJJ classmates. Yeah.
But for the venue, the whole idea is to be able to produce frequent fights.
Yeah, sure.
At a lower cost. I mean,
without
high upfront costs, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But in the long run, if I want to keep doing fights, this is going to be the easiest way to save costs and keep it in budget.
To rent a Taipei gym or Taipei arena, it's got to be some astronomical pricing, right? And I think, I only got to go to the one, but everybody said, I saw pictures of like Zeta. Zeta was there at the kickboxing one, and it was packed.
It was
crazy. Everybody loved it.
But both those events, the atmosphere, the energy was crazy. Like,
yeah, no, it was amazing. Yeah,
it was crazy. Like I wasn't even expecting it to be like that. But then, hats off to the fighters though. Like honestly, they came and put on a show. Like handsome Steve Lau, man. Like
I love that guy.
Like when was the first time I saw him? Like the first time I saw him fight was not at my thing. It was probably at one of the other ones, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy is an entertaining fighter.
He really is.
So when he signed up, I was really excited because I'm like, yes, this guy's an entertaining fighter.
Exactly.
And but even from his first, like, because it was a Grand Prix, right?
Yep.
Even from his first fight that night, it was like crazy back and forth banger in the first round. Oh yeah, there we go.
I wanted to pull that up. Yeah.
And he fought this guy that nobody knew who he was because you got your logo on.
I know. Sorry, I didn't notice that. I just got all the things sorted.
It was that guy. And
yeah.
because he came out of a gym, I think down south
Okay.
or somewhere where nobody really even knows about that gym.
Okay.
So people are like, who's this guy? Steve's gonna kill whoever, you know?
Sure.
But this guy went at it with, and I was like, damn, Steve won, but I'm like, man, he has to fight more tonight.
Yeah.
After that fight. Yeah.
I heard he got all the way to the final, right?
He got all the way to the finals, and
How did the final go?
he lost via split decision.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a very close.
Very close,
Very,
right,
very
yeah.
close. But man,
How do you find the judges and like the ref and everybody? How does that work?
Taiwan's community is like the combat sports community is not that big,
Yeah, it's small for sure. Yeah.
and fortunately, there's a lot of people out there that are willing to help because everybody has the same goal of trying to make Taiwan's combat sports community grow.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have a lot of maybe more traditional thinking, conservative. They don't want to help anybody but themselves.
That's pretty. I mean, when I coached soccer, I met a lot like that as well. But it's. I think it's slowly changing. Maybe I don't know.
I think so. It's like, I mean, that goes back to what Bruce Lee days, you know.
Yeah, like my dojo is stronger than your dojo. It's
Never
like, dude,
teach the Guai Lo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think it goes back to that.
But
But they're still on that.
Having Taiwanese heritage, that's definitely good, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, people are going to be like, yeah, this guy's us. No? What do you think? Do they feel?
No, because you know, when I speak Chinese, I still have an accent. They know that I'm like from overseas. So
Okay.
yeah. So it was just funny because I'm always like, man, growing up, I was always looked at differently, and then coming back to Taiwan, where I'm supposed to look the same, they treat me like I'm different. You know, like I'm like, man, I'm just an alien. Yeah.
Dude, it's funny because my family's Mexican. And I was the first one born in Canada in my family, and they just, you know, in Canada you're a Mexican Canadian. In my hometown there's a lot of Portuguese, so everyone just thought I was Portuguese. Everywhere I went, I mean, it was just like, not you don't belong, but you're kind of like,
Right.
you're from somewhere. That's cool, whatever. You're not the Canadian, whatever. It's all good. I mean, I'm you know, Canadian, Mexican, whatever. I'm cool with whatever. And then you go to Mexico, and then they're like, you're Canadian. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm Mexican, man. And they're like, no. And they're like, yeah, you speak Spanish, but it's a little bit different than ours. And then, yeah, you're Canadian.
Yeah.
And then like when I was younger, I'd get so mad. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm Mexican, you know? And then, you know, but the question they'd always ask was like, in soccer, of course, everything's soccer there. Like if Mexico played Canada, who'd you go for? I'm like, Mexico. They're like, okay, you're all right, you know. It's like, yeah, I mean, Canada had no chance anyway, but yeah,
Right.
So it's good, man. Yeah.
Same, man. So I know exactly where you're coming from on that one.
And then I come here and then just white,
Right.
you know. I'm like, you know, you're just white. I'm like, okay, well,
I guess I'm white.
I guess I'm white.
I guess I'm white.
It's funny. Are you sure you're Mexican? I'm like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or my whole life has been alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, but you just look white.
I get it the most from taxi drivers.
Okay.
Taxi drivers are like, when I maybe say the address, they're like, oh, where are you from? You know, or they hear me speaking on the phone. They'll be like, where are you from? I'm like, America.
Yeah.
And they're like I've had drivers stop the car, turn their head and look at me like face to face via the rear instead of the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
And they're like, how can you be from America?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was born and raised there. And they're like, well, you don't have blonde hair.
Yeah.
And you look Asian.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'm
the
like,
best. Yeah.
Man, you are so smart.
Yeah. It's like, what happened here? I actually get a lot of people think I came here because I'm half Taiwanese. People think I'm mixed. I'm white and half.
You could pull
Chinese,
it off.
right? Half
Pull it
Taiwanese,
off.
right?
Pull
So
it off.
I get that a lot as well. So they're just like, oh, your mom's Taiwanese or your dad's Taiwanese? I'm like, no, nobody's Taiwanese. My mom and dad are both Mexican. And they're just like, no.
So
No. You're white. Okay.
Canadian Mexican equals half Taiwanese.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm, and it's funny because way back in the day when I used to live in Banqiao, I went to Ximending, the World Gym that was there.
Right.
And there was always this Arab dude with shawarmas in front, right?
Yeah.
That guy was amazing.
You're
man.
saying when it was like that 7-story
Yeah, it was
one,
that big 7-story one.
Yeah. I used to
there.
eat that.
I used to get that all the time. You know, I go there. I got two stories about this. One guy, there's two Arab guys. One guy's cooking and one guy's chatting and they're speaking, some kind of Arabic language, right? And I'm like, okay, cool, go over there. I'm like, can I get one of those? And then they both look at me and they start speaking Arabic, and I'm like, oh man, I don't even know one word, dude. And they're like, your parents don't teach you Arabic or what? I'm like, my parents are Mexican.
Yeah,
they're just like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, man, I'm sure, And this guy's crazy because one time I came out, I was hungry and I just finished my workout and I'm like, okay, no mayo, no cheese, extra the tomato sauce, extra meat. And then the guy's like, let me tell you a story. And I'm like, okay, like the old immigrant kid telling you the stories. And I'm like, and his broken English, right? It's like, okay. It's like cutting it up. And like, so I had this friend, he wanted to lose weight. And so he cut out mayo and he cut out cheese and he cut out all desserts and he died. So have the cheese. And he puts the cheese on my sandwich. And I'm like, oh. All right, well, I can't argue with that, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it.
That was the story.
Yeah, he's like, and he died. So eat the cheese. I was like, okay.
Classic.
So it was like, those old immigrants.
Yeah,
the best. It was like so short, too. He's just like, oh, it's too good, man. Too good. All right, let's grab the green one, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
What is up?
Green is jalapeno. Green is jalapeno,
okay.
Yeah. So jalapeno, when we can get them, with the big ones, we'll actually make jalapeno poppers out of, and the small ones will make this sauce out of.
Jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, I know. It's just so hard to get the actual jalapenos, though.
Right. They're so hard to get in Taiwan.
What's hard to get? They're so hard to get. I guess they're hard to grow.
Are they?
Grow. I mean, I had a guy that grows in Danshui, and he said it's I don't know, it's too cold, it's too humid, and the typhoons wipe them out. But down south, they can grow. Okay. But they grow slowly, apparently. So
weird.
They never tried to grow them, but that's just what they say.
Because I don't know why, but like in front of Dynasty, there's a couple plants there that are like pepper plants, and they grow like crazy.
Okay. Oh, what kind of peppers are they? Locals?
Just those little like but it's probably like you said, the climate is more similar. I guess
that was what we used for that.
And then it has and then these like green, almost black. These ones about this big. I don't know what kind those are.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah,
those ones aren't very spicy, but those little ones, man, jeez.
But sometimes the ones that are not spicy, you can use a bunch of them and you have a really nice flavor and stuff. Yeah. So you could. Yeah.
I actually picked some and took them home and like. Well, I forgot what I cooked, but it was awesome.
Yeah, some stir fry or something, right? Yeah. All right, brother, grab the green. All right.
Here we green.
So I think this is the one I just made today. So
this is like a new flavor, or
no? It's not new. But I this one runs out, so I have to make it all the time. The thing about sauces is sometimes they're really spicy and sometimes they're not. Mm-hmm. Just like depends on the pepper.
On the pepper, yeah.
So how do you get ring announcers, dude? If you ever need a ring announcer, I'm down to try, man.
Are you down to try?
Card, yeah.
No, you definitely can. Like, I'm down to just give everybody a chance.
I love it, dude. I'm down to try some ring announcing. Not that I'm saying the other guys weren't good. They were great.
Yeah.
Just, I love that, man.
Like, I think, I don't know. Like, I just think ring announcers, I let a lot of people try it because a lot of people, I don't know if it's guys, but like.
We all think we can.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
So, like, sometimes who's willing and, like Brandon's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon's a good guy.
I think, he trains, So he's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, for sure he is. Yeah,
he dresses up nice,
and he's fit as hell too, man.
Oh, dude, he's like
jacked, man.
He's like negative 1% body fat.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, no, because I saw that and I was wondering, I'm like, who's gonna do it? And then it was Steve, and Steve did well. I don't know, dude. That'd be cool. I'd love to try that out sometime. Yeah.
The locals,
not like the main card, but
the locals actually, like, I heard like feedback after.
Yeah.
And the locals really liked Steve.
Did they? That's great.
Yeah.
That's great because Steve's he's a pretty likable guy. He's a good guy, and I think I think he did well. I didn't get to see Brandon, but I'm sure he did well too. Yeah, he's a good guy. He's funny too, man. That dude's videos are hilarious.
Brandon's super funny.
He's funny, yeah.
And the thing with Brandon, I felt so bad because we had sound issues that night.
Really? Okay.
I mean, we had sound issues with Steve as well for the second half.
I think it was just so full in there, dude.
First night, man, like I don't know what happened because sound check was perfect.
Okay. It's just too many people in the building.
No. When Brandon was doing it, there was like this echo. Like everything he said would come out like 3 seconds later.
Oh, like a delay.
Like a delay plus an echo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the way, you know, sometimes when you're doing stuff like that, that's the way it goes, right? Like right now we have, you know, apparently there's a little bit of an issue, but it should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it ended up him being like a ring announcer without a microphone for almost the entire event.
Oh, really?
So I felt bad for him.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, I think where people, I mean, they complain. I mean, I think the energy was so cool. So I would imagine most people had a good time.
Oh, everybody had a good time because the fights were so entertaining.
Good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was bummed that I missed Steven. But you actually had another.
This was kind of getting spicy. Like
it kind of builds.
It wasn't spicy when I was eating it, but it's like building up in my mouth after.
Exactly, that's what happens, bro. What about these fights? Pulled up these ones.
Yeah.
So what's the rival series about, man? Because I know Blast. I had Blast on the show. It was when I went to watch some of the local fights. I thought that Blast and Steven were the two that really stuck out. These two guys are amazing. I love these two guys. Young guys. They go for it really good. But I also know Marshall as well. Marshall's a great guy as well.
Yeah, Marshall is awesome.
He's a funny guy, yeah.
Those guys are awesome. But they had a little bit of a
they had some beef
story. Yeah.
I heard that they had beef, but I didn't nobody wanted to tell me what was up. So it's like, all right, cool.
So from what I know, and nobody like blame me if I got the story wrong or incorrect. But from what I know is they competed before in a tournament.
Okay.
And it was something like I think Marshall heard his Blast's knee pop or something like that.
Okay.
And so he let go.
Okay.
Thinking like it's done.
It's over, yeah.
But Blast didn't tap.
And then he jumped on him.
And choked him.
Yeah. Okay.
So there was like beef between that.
Okay.
Like saying, well, I actually won. I let go to help you or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's similar. Yeah, that sounds like the story that I heard as well. Yeah. All right. What about Maria, man? I heard Maria was killing it. Yeah.
Dude,
Maria, she's amazing.
I don't know. Was it her fight the night that you?
I didn't go. I didn't get to see that one.
It was the kickboxing night.
Yeah.
She fought so well. And it was the only MMA event or MMA bout on that night.
Okay.
And I mean, she went out there and she's been training. She's dedicated her life to, like, she quit her job.
I know.
To become a professional MMA fighter, right?
I know. And she's just waiting to get to Thailand, I think, right? When the whole thing opens up again.
Bam is out there.
Bam, dude.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy, too.
I love him, yeah.
And so like, she was training at our place for a while as well.
She was.
Yeah. Now I know she's at UFC Gym. She was at King Box for a while as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she just has a really good attitude, and you could tell that this girl is like fully committed to MMA and to becoming an MMA fighter.
That's great. Yeah.
Like, and she has that mentality too, like always down to fight, always down for a scrap.
I think that's a good attitude to have, right? I mean, like who was it? Michael Chandler. He was the extra for the Gaethje and Khabib fight.
Right.
He didn't get a chance to fight. And then who was it? I think Tony Ferguson was like, all right, you're ready, let's go. And then he's kind of like, man, I'm not going to fight. So now Ferguson's going to fight.
I know who you're talking about,
right?
Yeah.
So that'll be a good scrap.
Well, that's going to be a good scrap.
I really wanted to see Ferguson and Chandler, but the Oliveira will be good too.
Yeah. I think they'll cross paths eventually. Yeah. So
what do you think? How do you think Chandler's going to do in the UFC? Nobody knows, right?
Nobody knows about him. That's the thing. Yeah, like I've been thinking about that as well too. Cause you never really know, because
thoughts about UFC. I love it.
No, yeah, because there have been like these champs from other organizations that are supposed to come and kill it in the UFC, and for some reason they just don't show up. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Will Brooks, right? Yeah,
Will Brooks. That's the one I was thinking of.
Brooks.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's kind of like, I kind of want someone when they come in. I'm like, okay, UFC's the I love UFC. I'm like, I want them to lose their first fight, whatever.
Right.
Then I want them to be like, okay, now like Gaethje.
He lost his first fight.
Like he came in and he was good, and then he got humbled a little bit, and then he's amazing. Now I love Gaethje. Big fan of his. And then Will Brooks, he lost, and I'm like, oh god, I hope this guy wins. Like, come on, please, just win it. Because you want the guy. You kind of. I watch so much of it. I kind of like. There are very few fighters that I don't like. Like, there's very few. I like pretty much every single fight.
All the fights.
Dana White Contender Series, for sure.
No name fighters. I don't care, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I love it. I love watching live, dude. That's why. Yeah, how are you going to be able to do it more often, or is there enough people in Taiwan where you can do, let's say, a monthly fight night or something?
Tell you the truth. My actual plans right now is to do a potential. You're gonna love it too. Is a potential 16-man tournament.
Ooh, okay.
Not in one day. It's not gonna be a Grand Prix. But it's gonna be prolonged. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna prolong it maybe for 4 months, 5 months.
Okay.
Every week.
Oh, it's like Dana White's Contender Series.
Yeah.
Like a weekly thing. Oh, that's
like weekly.
Like tough.
Yeah, almost like that.
Fighter, yeah. Almost
like that. So I've already secured a couple long-term partners on this project.
Beautiful.
And if all goes well, then
gotta rent a house and throw them all in there, dude. That's season 2.
I don't want to be responsible for that chaos.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. We're looking to do something like that. That's the goal,
dude. You gotta let me know if there's anything that we can do to contribute. We can donate or something, or we can go and try to make some videos or do something, man.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff. Like I'm always open to ideas and suggestions and how to work together with the community and what.
That's the way it should be, right? Yeah,
totally. Yeah, I'm. That's the way to go, man. That's the way to go. And so this 16-man tournament, I think I'm gonna start with the featherweight division.
Is there more people in that division?
There's more people. The fighters are fast. It's more exciting, I think. So I think the talent pool is right around there for Asia or even for Taiwan, right?
Sure. So of course. Heavyweights is going to be
like how are we going to find that many heavyweights? No way. Yeah. And have skill set as well, right? So
it's actually good to do the lighter weights, because places like ONE FC, it's a lot of, like, the heavyweights, they do have them, but like the lighter weights, there's a lot of people in there. It's a good chance for everyone to jump in that.
And so
and UFC as well. UFC's got people everywhere.
Oh,
I mean, ONE FC is everywhere. The lower weights are really exciting here.
Yeah. I mean, there's like ONE FC has a lot of these like lower weight fighters that are so awesome.
Yeah.
That nobody's ever heard of them, and they'll just come and bang. Like, yeah.
But I love ONE FC. I love that Mighty Mouse went to ONE FC as well.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It was kind of a weird situation how they got Ben Askren for Mighty Mouse.
Right.
But it worked out, I think. And I think Ben Askren was, again, like, I love Robbie Lawler, and I was going for Robbie Lawler. Ben Askren won, and I was like, okay, I wanted to see him lose. And then I was like, okay, well, now I want to see him win.
He was getting his ass whooped.
He was
getting his ass whooped. Yeah. I don't know if you saw,
a different ref could have stopped that fight, right? For sure.
Right. And then you see like the replay where the window where they're saying that he didn't even tap.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But man, like, it is what it is with that. But
okay.
Yeah, so we were looking to technically find Taiwan's first featherweight champ.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, anything we can do to help. Do you guys is there like a list somewhere where you're picking? Are you contacting gyms?
I have been scouting some people.
Okay. How
Hopefully Blast is in that.
Oh, I love that kid.
I mean, he coaches at Dynasty.
Does he?
Yeah, he coaches a couple times a week at Dynasty.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, there's so many talented fighters now, like compared to 10 years ago.
Sure.
Man, I couldn't even find 10 fighters back in the day.
Okay. Yeah.
All weight classes, you know what I mean? But now, like, man, just like the featherweight division, man, I could probably find a whole bunch more than I need, you know. And then the thing is, it's like this league or season or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Once it's over, guess what? Flip it to another weight class. So I'll probably go to lightweight division, you know.
And everything live from Dynasty. Yeah.
Right. Because we've been doing it live.
Yeah.
Actually,
no, it's the best.
On a live broadcasting.
I was going to ask that. Yeah. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice, man. Yeah. No, like I said, I had a great time. Everything was fantastic, and yeah, whatever you need me
Thank
for
you,
anything,
man.
let me know, dude. I'm in.
I'll you'll be the first to know
the card, dude, if you want. Yeah.
Just ring it.
Yeah, that'll be fun, dude. Try it out. Yeah, I'll have to get some of the extra vocab down for the Chinese, but it'll be great. I'd love it.
You just do it all in English. It's all good.
That's all. Then let's go right now. I'm ready.
Yeah. You're looking at these. I think we got to do that.
Let's get that
one. The last one was crazy because I don't think it was spicy when I was eating it.
When you ate it, it's like okay.
But after like I was like digesting it, like my head started.
Yeah, I saw the sweat coming out. I saw the sweat coming out.
But now I'm okay. Yeah.
So that last one I just made today, and usually it needs to sit. But when I was gonna make the new one today, and then they said, "Hey, there's you know," I was like, "I can make it tomorrow," and they're like, "No, there's no more." I'm like, "Oh shit, I need it for the show." It's like, okay. Usually it's better when it sits for 1 or 2 days, and it kind of the vinegar kind of ferments it a tiny bit. But
does it get spicier that way?
Spicier for sure. Yeah, it does. Yeah. But this one is okay. I'm gonna be honest, they went light on it because usually it's like that. You know, and this one, anyways, go for it, bro.
I used to eat really spicy.
Okay.
But
you want the wing or the drum?
I'll do the drum this time.
All right. Well,
but my girlfriend doesn't eat spicy.
Okay.
Now, and we've been together
so yeah, you take a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I became a weakling. I think. I don't know.
No worries, brother.
So you said, what is this sauce?
That's made with Carolina Reapers. Yeah. So usually that wing is drenched. So they took it easy on us. Yeah. I made that sauce last week, so that's it should be peaking. It tastes all right. Not too. It'll build up. Yeah, dude. Okay. Less spicy.
It doesn't feel as spicy when I eat it.
Okay.
But same thing, I feel it coming out.
It's coming. Yeah. Well, the Carolina Reapers they're crazy. So what do you think about? I know you want to get you're sort of the Ultimate Fighters type deal going. What do you suggest for new fighters, new MMA fighters, new martial artists here? What do you suggest for them to do if they want to maybe take it seriously?
Let me think about that.
Yeah, no worries.
If they want to take it, like, check this out, just like sweat.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hold on, let's get the zoom on there. Boom, baby. Yeah.
Look at that. Zoom. Perspiration.
There you go.
Look at that. Wipe it off. Yeah, man, it's crazy.
For sure, bro.
Fighters.
Yeah.
It's like you have to make the commitment. Honestly, it comes down to that. Like Maria, she's committed.
Yeah, she basically quit her job, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm doing this full time. It's coming, right? The Reaper doesn't. It just keeps creeping, right? And that was only a little bit on there, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're on the milk now too?
Yeah, I got to do it, man. Got to have a little bit of milk on there, just so that keep.
Yeah,
going.
the Reaper is creeping up on me.
It creeps
for sure.
It's creeps. I feel it. Yeah.
Like if I don't talk, it feels spicier.
Yeah. So keep talking. No, it's funny because we make some of the reason we started making some of the hotter ones in the beginning was sometimes people come in and they're just like, Mexican food supposed to be spicy, and we have some medium-ish spiced ones, and like the really hot ones, it's not that many people that are just going to be like down and super hot. But so we're like, okay, we got something for you, and then people are like, hey, can you bottle this? And I'm like, okay. So yeah, And then we started this, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a few different ones, and that's what we do now.
What was Kai feeling it?
Oh, Kai was on this round for sure, dude, for sure. He was here. He was starting.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This one's getting me in the back.
Yeah, for sure,
Wow.
dude. Definitely, man. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness for horchata, dude.
Horchata, man. Yeah,
Right.
for sure. You know what's tough is who was it? Matt. I had Matt on here. Matt Bateman, right? He wrestled in the tag, right? He's
Yeah.
actually one of Aaliyah's coaches, right? For Sprouts Jiu-Jitsu. And we actually went to watch Matt, and he came on and he brought this like sour plum stuff, like these dried plum things, like made whatever these little things, and my throat. And basically, he said that he used to, I guess, lived or he spent time in Malaysia, and everything's spicy there. He said, but with all their meals, they have this little like it's like fresh lemon juice and like these plum things in there. And when it gets really spicy, everyone just takes a shot of that, and it kills the spice instantly.
No, like instantly?
Instantly, yeah. So so that's why he brought these little things, and it actually did help, like the little sour plum things, man. They were like that salty Taiwan.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so those, yeah. So
Oh.
they actually helped, yeah. And it was cool, yeah. I had another guy, a hamburger chef guy who's got an awesome place up the street, and he brought like chocolate, and he's like, chocolate helps with spice. So I'm like, really? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, not really, but it did help him, and it was funny because he's super duper young. Like I think he's like, I would say 22, 23, and he has a little hot hamburger stand up the road. And it's super good. They like grind their own beef patties and stuff, and he's great. I mean, we have that like every Wednesday, me and my daughter, and it was funny because he's so young and so small. He's tiny.
Right.
And everyone's just like, is that your son? Like, who is that? I'm like, that's not my son. What are you talking about? I'm interviewing a guy. He's an entrepreneur. He's a great guy. Yeah. He's super good.
That's
really
so
funny, dude. They're like, is that your son? I'm like, what?
What's the hamburger joint, man?
It's called Louis Burger. If you ever have a chance to check it out, Louis Burger, man.
It's near here?
It's near here. It's just if you kind of go up to the circle and turn right, it's kind of right across from World Gym, not quite that far up. There's Sprout.
Yeah.
It's really close to Sprout, man.
Okay.
And it's like it's tiny. It's to go. Whoa, down the wrong pipe.
Is it getting you too, or
Yeah, for sure.
where are
for
you
sure.
at? Where are you at? Like
I'm okay. I'm good. I'm
used
good
to it,
Yeah. Well,
every week?
got to do it. It's kind of
What
rough.
was practice for you?
Dude, the first few weeks, dude, was rough. I thought, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to keep doing this? This is crazy, yeah. It's funny because there's a buddy of mine who does hot sauces. He actually makes this last one, and it's called Flavor of the World. And we were talking about it, and he says when he's yes, please, yeah. And he's in two horchatas, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes, please.
And then basically he's like he has like a shot of like water and a little bit of baking soda to like balance the acids in his stomach before he tastes hot sauces. And I thought, oh, that's weird. Maybe I'll try that. So basically, I'm like, okay. I forget, and then I get home and I'm like, oh, those ones were spicy today, right? And then I'm like, the baking soda thing. So I did it like after, and then as soon as the baking soda hit my stomach, it was just like pain. Like my whole stomach was like, remember like going that volcano experiment?
Yeah,
like my stomach was like, and I was like, oh shit, And then I kind of like went on all fours in the bathroom. I'm like, this is bad. Like, oh god, this is bad. And I'm like, my wife comes in and she's like, oh my gosh, do you need to go to the doctor? I'm like, no, it'll be fine. Then like 30 seconds later, like 30 seconds of pain, I was like, oh, maybe we're going to have to go to the doctor because this is rough. This is really bad, And I haven't had a stomach pain like that in my life. And I thought, okay.
That bad.
And then I grabbed like a liter of milk, and it was just like, and I just like downed a liter of milk, and I was like, I grabbed the second one, and I'm like, okay, I think it's finished. It still hurts so much. I slept like sitting up that day. I was like, so yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But yeah, it's a crazy situation, dude.
But he said do it before.
He said do it before. I did it after. It was my fault. He says, I guess if you do it before, it kind of balances the alkalizes or whatever your stomach, and I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm too scared to try it again. So I'm like, yeah, no way, I'm not trying that again. Yeah. So
that sounds horrible.
Yeah, it was painful.
That sounds horrible.
It was painful, man. It was painful. Maybe he wanted to just see me suffer on TV, but I didn't do it on TV. So yeah, who knows? Who knows, right?
Man, I got sweat beads coming out.
There you go. Let's zoom in on that. Yeah, look at that.
Wiped some of them off already.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I got this glisten like I'm J-Lo.
Perfect. Glistening, baby. Yeah. I love it,
Yeah.
bro. I love it. Yeah.
But
What about so? How do you keep in shape, like in such good shape? Because you said you're like my age almost.
Yeah.
Like you're
turning 41.
you got no gray hair.
I got a couple, like recently too. I got like a couple right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
dude.
but recently,
Okay. Like,
they popped
you're
up recently.
Fit, you're super fit, and I mean, like, yeah, I see you. You know, some of your workouts and stuff, and it's crazy because. Hold up, let me pull up. Boom. Where's your workout?
Where am I at? I'm curious to see which one you got.
There you go.
Thank you, 谢谢.
There you go.
Oh, that was recent.
You always got the good poses too, dude. You're the king of poses.
The poser of them all.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So the BJJ one, we were just training. That was
the ref, right?
Yeah, he's a ref. He's a blue belt.
Okay.
Like he's awesome guy, man. Probably like. I don't know. I think him and Marshall are related somehow because they're the two most positive people I've ever met.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those guys.
Okay.
He's awesome. This is Paul.
Okay.
And we just finished training. What day was this? I think that this was just a few weeks ago, actually. I think.
Okay.
Or a month ago. I don't remember. Yeah, but they coaxed me into training that day. I wasn't gonna train.
Okay.
I did, but that was a lot of fun.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I mean, as far as workouts, how do I stay in shape?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I was blessed with pretty good genes.
Good genes. Okay.
Yeah, my parents were both collegiate athletes.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, not to just just say that and be done with. Is actually like I was always a 3-sport athlete.
Okay. Wow.
Growing up.
Okay. Beautiful.
So whenever you could play sports in school, I always I did a sport every season, right?
Yep.
And I did pretty well, So I think I created a good foundation.
Okay.
And, muscle memory.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when I graduated high school, I went on to college. I stayed active with sports. And then I started practicing like BJJ combat sports, and then I became a personal trainer.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean, even I think the lowest body fat I had was probably like my junior and senior year high school and throughout college.
Okay.
But I maintained like 4% body fat. Like maintained it though. Like people like
tough. Yeah.
Maintained it like year round. For many years actually, and
oh man,
and then through college though, I think I fluctuated my last 2 when I was a trainer. I was working more.
Okay.
I think I was around 7 or 8, 6, 7, 8, around that area.
Wow.
But yeah, so
under 10 is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Under 10 is phenomenal. Yeah.
If I was under 10 now, like I'd be happy. But no, I mean, I think I always tell myself I'm trying to get back to that. Which I know I can do. It's just being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Our schedules are what they're like.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, for me, I just started, like actually hanging out with Marshall a little bit. Like we didn't hang out much, but a couple times chatting with him. I was like, this is like the first sugar I've had all month. I'm cutting sugar. I'm like, this month I'm gonna cut sugar because Marshall's always ripped and he's so positive. I'm like, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna cut sugar, and I'm gonna, And yesterday I had a couple beers. It was the first I've had for a while, and I was like, let's try it out. I'm gonna try. So I've been going to trying to exercise and do stuff and doing BJJ twice a week and trying to get back as well.
You probably see a pretty immediate difference though, right?
With the sugar,
yeah, the sugar,
yeah,
sure.
For sure.
Like
it's kind of crazy actually.
When I I'm not like a model, but when I have to do a fashion, like a photo shoot.
Do you fasting or like intermittent fasting or anything like that? No.
I did intermittent fasting for, basically when I was starting Dynasty.
Okay.
And it was in the beginning, it wasn't intentional. It was just so busy, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, actually, it's pretty.
2 meals or whatever.
Yeah. So I was
trying to do that.
At one point, I was doing 1 meal a day.
Okay. Yeah.
And it seemed to work.
Okay.
So as far as when it comes to like, do I control my diet? I don't really.
Okay. Well,
I don't really.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah,
hold that thought for a sec. Dave Silva, right? It's like, hey, hi, Royal. Just want to say you really enjoyed the no-gi PROFC event at Dynasty.
Oh.
Took the 2 boys. They were enthralled. And don't forget Matt. He was suffering. Matt was suffering on the show. That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Matt was suffering. Matt Bateman?
Matt Bateman, yeah. We did the show with Matt the week before that.
Right.
The week right before the show, yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, Dave Silver. Thanks for checking it out, brother.
Thank you. Dave.
Yeah.
We're going to try to keep bringing you awesome shows.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure. Like I said, if there's anything we can do to help, I mean, I'd love to be a part of that.
Oh, absolutely, man. Thank you. Yeah.
My pleasure. Like I was, selling tickets. I was like, let's go try to sell all these tickets, and it went well, man. I'm happy to do it.
Like, when I think back, think about the talent pool we had that night. It was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, you have like what?
The Brazilians,
like you had
UFC gym,
like a 3rd degree black belt from Brazil.
Yeah.
Another one was a 2nd degree black belt. Then you have Danimo.
Yeah,
he's a black belt.
Yeah.
You have the Japanese guy.
The Japanese guy was incredible.
He was incredible too. Like the level of BJJ.
Yeah.
Like, man.
And there was so many like leg locks.
Oh yeah.
That's like next level stuff. I guess
for sure.
Because it was so like. We were watching that and Marshall's fight and just about every fight, even the tag team fights were awesome.
Right.
And it was like, I thought, how's the tag team thing going to work? That's kind of weird, but it was super entertaining.
It was super entertaining.
Yeah. Fun. And I think it was your guys that won it, right?
Yeah.
They were dragging people over. It was
dragging them into their
style,
right?
Dragging them to the corner and like holding them and tagging. Like, I thought, oh my God, that's the best thing I've seen in so long. I just had like a crazy idea. Hey, what if we did tag team BJJ? It was just kind of like off of a. Is that what it was?
We were just kind of just like
tag team,
shooting the shit and like, what if we did a tag team just like that?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, we're gonna do a tag team.
Not what if we are doing it. Yeah. That's entrepreneur break. Yeah. I love that. I love it.
I don't know if you saw, but they all had to hold like a string.
Wrapping that string up, and I was told like because I've been watching UFC since I was a kid. But as a kid, until maybe college, I watched wrestling.
Yeah.
NWO. Oh man.
Did you watch like WCW, NWA?
Of course, man.
Yeah, I used to watch that all the time. I used to go to the like supermarket and buy the magazines.
Yeah. And I used to watch the cartoons. I used to do all that stuff.
Watch those too.
And the Hulk Hogan's and all that stuff. And then when it got to like WCW versus WWF, I thought, okay, WWF is so much better. And then the NWO came, and I'm like, no, NWO's better.
Yeah.
And then NWO was like, when Hogan turned NWO,
right?
Everybody was so blown away, and I thought, oh my gosh,
how could he go bad?
And then when the Outsiders were, it was Hall and Nash. I thought, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
What's your favorite tag team of all time?
I probably the Outsiders, man.
Yeah.
Hall and Nash, dude.
Yeah.
Razor Ramon and what's his name? Big Daddy Diesel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys, I love them. I love the British Bulldogs.
Dude, those guys are awesome. Like the British Bulldogs, awesome.
Yeah, man. What about you?
Like
Legion of Doom.
That's Legion of Doom, Road Warriors.
Yeah. Demolition was good.
The Steiner brothers.
Oh god, the Steiners were amazing.
Yeah, Steiners are.
And then when Scott Steiner,
Big Pump.
Yeah, Big Pump. Holler if you hear me.
Yeah.
Yes. When NWO came around, Big Papa Pump, and then Buff Bagwell was in there, and it was like the best. I didn't even go to class in university. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch this. And then they Stone Cold was good. Yeah. They got Goldberg, and he was, it was like,
so many awesome,
yeah. So that's where that came from, right? Because the tag team, I was like, I've never heard of any like MMA BJJ tag team, and I thought that might just work. That sounds awesome. I had seen some videos of like some MMA ones where it's like 5-on-5, and that kind of looks weird.
That looks brutal, man.
I seen that.
Getting knocked out like crazy.
It's like 2-on-1, and I thought, oh, that's kind of crazy. And I'm like, I hope it's not that. I don't think it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
And the tag team was, I think, it was maybe even more fun. Because it was more fun.
Yeah.
It was more fun.
Yeah.
The other, the one-on-one was super high level.
Yeah.
Like all the dudes were just like incredible.
Yeah.
But the tag team was just fun.
It was fun.
Like, this is so much fun.
Yeah.
And everyone was cheering and laughing, and I think your guy, right, Steve? I think it's Steve. He was pulling people over to the corner and this is the best thing I've seen in so long. You know, it was incredible.
Like, I think it was their first match. His partner, Steve's partner, he was stuck in the other team's corner for the longest time.
That's right.
And he couldn't find his way back to the corner to tag out because you could tell he was exhausted.
Of course.
He was just getting manhandled by two people. And those guys kept tagging in and out and in and out. So they were fresh.
And I think the best part about that was, I think it was Steve. Steve was still like, he's waiting. He was totally like WWE, like holding on the thing.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, it's like, oh, and he was just like, it was crazy.
And then when he finally gets tagged, he goes
like totally power up, like Ultimate Warrior. He's just like, let's go. He's Ultimate Warrior. It was crazy.
Yeah,
it was so crazy.
When he finally got tagged, you could hear the crowd go crazy. Like, yeah, you got us in.
It was incredible.
And he tapped out the guys.
He did. Yeah, it was incredible. It was like, it was so much fun. Like. Yeah, if you can do more of those, I think it's probably good for business. I think it's good for the sport. I think it's good for everyone, man. And I think it's good to get the fighters in there with actual fights, and overall, it's like win-win-win, man.
Yeah, like
amazing. I love it.
And another thing, like a whole nother side of the sport, was apparent that night is like with tag team, there's so much more strategy as well. Like,
sure.
Did you? I don't know if you remember, but did you see when one team tagged the foot of his partner?
Yeah, I saw that. Of course. Yeah, I saw that too.
Extend further.
Yeah, I saw that.
His foot came in.
Saw that. Yeah. And it was totally like, I was so curious how the transitions would go, and I think the guys who won, your guys, Steve, they had a great strategy. They just kept tagging, and then it was so amazing to see, so much fun. I was just like, wow.
We got to
so much fun.
We got to do tag team. One thing with this, like, I think we actually didn't spend too much time putting that together.
Okay. Sometimes that's when the best stuff happens.
Right? It came across like it was so entertaining.
It was.
But one thing I do want to do with the tag team going forward, is we got to create that, the trash talking.
For sure.
And probably play a little bit of trash talking before they come out. You know how WWE style.
Of course, totally, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you need some help with that. I'd love to get in there.
That'd be so.
I think it's good, and
yeah, I want them to all have their signature walkout.
Yeah. Well, Marshall, he got that mask right there. Marshall was wearing that.
That was yours.
Yeah. Marshall had the mask. Yeah.
Yeah, people loved it.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he was the only one that kind of came out and was like showboating. Yeah. And he's like the most chill, mellow guy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it was pretty awesome, man. Well, we were actually like in awe, really. Of that day was like. I was like, I want to stay, and we sat with Russ, Russ and Alice.
Right.
It was just like, this is great.
Yeah,
I didn't want to get up and go to the bathroom. Like, I don't want to miss nothing, dude. It was great. And all the guys I sold tickets to, I was chatting with them, and everybody was just like, this is fantastic, dude. Everyone loved it. So,
man, that's so good to hear. Yeah,
super. Yeah, I mean, super successful, I would imagine. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, man. I definitely want to do it again, but I you know what? It's like I'm afraid to do another one because how do I top that night?
Hard to top.
That night was like,
it's hard to top for sure.
Yeah.
I think I think it'll be good. I think the Ultimate Fighter thing you're gonna do is awesome too.
Yeah.
Let me know, man. We'll do some promos. Get some of the fighters on here.
Right.
We could do like guys that are gonna fight, before we can even do it there, like in the ring. We could have them like like a
press conference where they're talking.
Yeah, like you could do like a table.
Oh, let's
with
do
like
it.
Two people just like talking to each other.
Dude,
we're fighting this week.
Do it.
Just all you need is a table. That's it.
Yeah,
it's like,
dude.
Man. And you got so much. I got all the
gear. Let's do it.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, that's
great. Let's do it.
It's sealed. Yes.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll get these guys talking.
Perfect.
Building up the fight. Oh, dude, I watched That's what I watch.
Perfect,
dude.
man. Yeah, we got to do that for sure. Then.
Oh yeah, and they'll love it, and then you can play clips of that, and oh, dude, I think it'll be great. I think people will love that.
I think so, man.
The trash talking. I know that
it builds
people
it up.
say, oh, the martial art, don't do that. But then Connor comes in, and everyone's in love with Connor.
Yeah.
And then he makes like 100 million for fighting Floyd.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, yeah, we can do that. So yeah, I think it's okay.
I mean, remember these press conferences and stuff before Connor. Nobody even wore suits.
Yeah, no.
Now they're all coming in and they have like their
strut,
fashionistas and they're all like coming in dressed up.
Yeah.
Now I mean he really took the game to another level. So
elevated things
for sure.
And also some of the ones that he would trash talk, like him and him and the Diaz's brothers. That's just like,
geez,
it
has to be a trilogy.
It
I
has
don't
to
care.
be. You can't got that painting. My wife made that painting for me because my wife drew that. Check that bad boy out. She did that.
Oh yeah. I was gonna ask you where you bought it.
She was doing this painting class, and she was just like, I need to paint something new, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you asking me for ideas? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. Got this little thing from the internet. I'm like, this little picture like this. I'm like, that. It's like, okay. And then like a month or 2 months or whatever. It took a little while because she's an entrepreneur as well. Right. She's not like painting full time.
Right.
So it was like, it turned out to be awesome.
Oh, it looks awesome. Yeah. Like I would pay for something like that.
People are like, hey, can I? For sure. Like, hey, I'll give you, $5,000 or $10,000. I'm like, I can't sell that, man. I mean, and now with this background, it's perfect. I love that.
Absolutely.
People love that thing, dude.
Yeah, you can't sell that, man.
No, I'm keeping it.
Especially your wife would kill you.
Yeah, she'll kill me. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. Yeah.
And I told my wife, well, if we get a huge price for it, just paint it again. She's like, she looks at me like, all right, we're not selling. Take it easy, So yeah, we ready for the last one or what, bro?
I don't know. I guess I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. This one is they loaded up the sauce on this one. So
yeah, I was looking at it, I'm like,
that's crazy.
That sauce looks like
stacked. Trinidad, the scorpion peppers, man. So those are pretty rough. It's like
they're already spicy. Like they give them these like really intimidating names as well.
They do, dude. They do.
Carolina Reaper.
The Reapers.
And this is the scorpion.
The scorpion. Yeah. Jeez. So whatever you want to get.
I haven't busted out the wet nap yet. Well, I haven't busted out the wet nap yet. I think the wet nap's coming out.
Wet nap it. Let me
get ready.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. So.
All right, bro. Whatever you want to do, you pick.
All right.
You made it all the way though, man. Get on that. That's crazy.
Okay. I'm gonna go drumstick. Can I do that?
Your thing, of course. Yeah.
The drum it.
Ooh.
Oh man. Oh, look how thick yours is.
Yeah, that's oh my gosh.
This is the one that has the smell like.
Yeah. This smells rough, dude.
You just jump into it. You just don't.
I have to, dude.
You just dove right in.
Yeah. I will. Well.
Like
even my daughter, yeah. I'll take a little bite first.
Even like what is that theory? Pavlov's theory, man. I look at this, my tongue is already salivating.
It's like yeah, there you go, bro.
All right.
Well, it's the last one, man. You made it.
Here goes.
You made it all the way. That's tough. It's tough, dude. I just took one bite and I'm on the bottom side. Yeah, that's rough, Bill.
Oh, breathing it in my nose.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. So coming soon, man. It's like the Ultimate Fighter style, like weekly fights, Royals Friday night fights, I love it.
Oh man,
it's rough, that one, right?
Rough.
That's a rough one, dude. Yeah. So you're obviously grew up being a wrestling fan as well, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So what do you think of the wrestling scene here? Like it's so small, yeah, but do you think there can be some crossover? Or no? I'll give you a second here.
I need about 5 minutes for eye poke.
There you go. Yeah. There you go, baby. Yeah, that's.
Oh.
Yeah, that's rough. Don't drink baking soda.
Woo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's tough. You wanna come say hi? Yeah. My daughter. Come say hi. You have fun? Remember when we went to go watch the fights?
Yeah, this one hurts, man.
Yeah, it does. Hi. She just started a little channel as well. Hi.
No, I'm good. I could do this.
So we went to go watch the fights. She had a great time. Don't trip. Okay.
Woo.
Yeah.
Are you burning at all?
Yeah, I'm going on the milk now. Yeah, for sure, dude.
Woo.
Loaded up that last one today. Ouch. Okay. So I was saying there are a few. Ouch. Small wrestling organizations out there as well. I've had a couple guys on.
I haven't seen them.
No? One's called Puzzle.
Oh.
Had one dude from Puzzle out. And then actually people like again like Zeta, she's out there trying to connect all the dots, right? She's out there. Yeah, there you go, brother. Yeah, the lips are starting to swell now.
Yep. Man. Woo.
That was killer, dude.
Killer. So what do you do now?
Just keep chatting and we're good, dude. Yeah. So now, yeah. Well, the question I wanted to know was, do you think there can be any kind of crossover? Like maybe you guys can do some wrestling shows?
I want to do one.
Like in the Octagon? Is it cool to do?
Yeah, I want to do one in the Octagon.
Okay.
I talked to a guy that used to work for me. Ooh. And I heard he was a wrestler, but I've never seen it in Taiwan. I said, why don't you get your crew to come do a show here?
Okay.
Yeah. But he's in the military right now.
I can introduce you to some guys. A couple guys that I had on. They're out. I think there's at least two sort of wrestling associations out there. And I had one guy on that was on one. He's a young guy, dude. I watched some of the highlights that they do. It's great.
Really?
Super good. Yeah, he's really good.
I didn't know what to think.
It might be a little bit different because there's no ropes, right? Like the wrestling has like the boxing ropes, and they kind of.
Why?
Well, like we throw them off the top rope, and like.
No, I mean, why don't they have ropes?
No, I mean in the Octagon, if you do it in the Octagon, yeah, they have ropes, but I mean like in the.
It'll be like a cage match.
Mm-hmm.
But cage match still has ropes, so yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You burning?
Yeah, I am, dude. Look at that. I love it. It's perfect because at the end, I want to take one of these pictures with you, bro. One of your. Ooh, you got the classic pose.
Oh, yeah.
Classic pose. Your classic pose. Bro.
Yes.
I love it.
Shaken, not stirred.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I put Bond on here, so just to remember that picture. That's such a sick one, dude. I love it.
No way.
I did, dude. Look at that. Bond. That's such a good picture. What was this? What's the
That's
story
hilarious,
man?
That was our grand opening party, actually.
Oh, was it? Okay. And that was 2, right? You guys, man. It's so. How many years has it been now?
Look at the talent in Taiwan.
I know Taiwan is a
Glorious.
It's a glorious place. Funny story about that. I came here alone, and when my daughter was born, I mean many years later, obviously, my mom came to visit, and she came around and she was just like, Okay, I know why you like it here now. I'm like, hey, you know, like, Mom, she's like, I know why you like it here. I'm like, yeah. So, yeah, I didn't have to say anything. My mom was like, cool, yeah. Yeah, so it's good, man.
You guys need to eat these wings, man.
You guys doing all right? Yeah, you guys like, yeah, good. Yeah, good. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah. Thanks for coming out, man. Thank you. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye-bye. Whew. Oh man, that was rough. That last one's a beast.
Dude, you look like you're.
No, look at those lips.
Are they?
I gotta do that your pose.
My pose. Yeah, you know.
I love that pose, dude. That's crazy, yeah. Right on, brother. So you're down for the wrestling crossovers and getting them in there and doing some shows and stuff?
I think it'd just be pure entertainment.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about the wrestlers is that's part of it, right? Like they're coming out and they're just like, you know, working off the crowd and stuff. And I think I got that idea when I saw Marshall dressed up with a mask, and I was like, yeah, because he's fighting, but he's kind of playing the crowd a little bit. And I thought, you know what? I think this would work. So I wanted to bring that up. And I think there's Zeta, right? You know her.
Yeah,
right?
She's awesome.
She's awesome, and she was MMA first, and then she went to pro wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And she's trying to connect. She's trying to connect the dots over here as well. So I bet there's some potential to get some crossover stuff going.
She's training with Rocky Lee.
Yeah,
right now.
I saw her train with Rocky Lee. That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rocky Don't. Very cool.
That's right. Rocky's awesome guy too, man.
Yeah.
Like he his story is awesome. You should have him.
I actually I've never met him.
I'll put you.
I've seen him fight.
You should get him on.
I would love to get him on. I've seen him fight, and he's one of the few MMA guys like here that I don't know personally. I mean, I don't know everybody, obviously.
Well, but he's been out in Bali for a while.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So no, I'd love to get Rocky Lee on for sure, man. Like I had Jenny Huang.
Oh, okay.
I had her on a while back, and oh my gosh, she's such a sweetheart too. She's great, man. Everything's good. Hey, get that. Yeah. So
she was our first female match ever.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. She's.
And then she went to one.
She went to one. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah. She's really, everything's good, man. If you could hook it up, I'd love to get Rocky on, man.
Yeah, Rocky. I mean, if he's down to share his story, dude, he has actually an amazing story.
Okay.
Well, I shared, you know, as you know, he was on the Ultimate Fighter China.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
and part of getting him on the show was they want to know like the background stories of each guy.
Okay.
You know, you get just like, I like martial arts, so I became a martial artist, you know.
My mom made me do that or something, right? Nobody wants to hear that, right?
His story, like his life story is quite
really? Okay, well,
it's quite amazing, and
I've seen him fight, and I'm a big fan, but
where he's been, you know, everybody has their ups and downs, but like his dark places to where he's become now, being happy with life and you know stuff like that, dude. It's quite inspirational.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I actually helped him write his story, sent it to the UFC to help him get on that show.
Really? Oh, dude. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Please, if you could, I would love to.
Yeah,
to meet Rocky, man.
And the thing with him too is like, I mean, wow, my nose is just like running. But like
zoom in on that.
They just wanted to, you know. They liked his attitude and stuff, you know, when he was on the show. That's why they gave him a shot. Get him
to get in the Yeah, sure. We're all cheering for him, man. Awesome. I think we showed that fight as well. Yeah. It was. I don't know, man. I'd love it. I mean, the whole idea of the show is, you know, a platform to share stories, and there's cool people with great stories, and that's the best part of this restaurant.
Right.
Like you get to meet people from all walks of life. You need more milk, or you're good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All walks of life, and they come in, and some have, and all the guys I've had on, it's been so entertaining, and they have great stories. And a lot of people are like, "Hey, we can't talk for an hour." They just don't have it in them, and then it goes to like 2 hours.
Oh, time passed.
Like it's been two now. It's been two now, bro.
Oh shoot! I thought maybe we were an hour.
Yeah. Time flies on here, man. It's crazy. It's like a time machine, dude. Yeah, bro. So future plans, the next 5 years for Dynasty / PROFC?
We're all like, you know, I guess December 1st we got this COVID protocol going down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting ready for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to kind of see how things go after the protocol, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
To see when I can actually do. If I wanted to do one on December 19th or 18th or 19th.
Okay.
I was actually trying to get that, but I wanted to do an MMA one.
Okay.
It's not as easy to put together MMA fighters, so.
Is there less, or is that?
Yeah, there's less.
There's less. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a BJJ tournament going on next week.
There's something like yeah. Like I have a few people that I know that are entering, and they're like I said, they're like, "You gonna go?" I'm like, "What, dude? I've been like 6 months. I'm like a 42 white belt.
Do it, man. 6 months. You're good. You're
6 months. Yeah. For the first 4 or 5 months, I was like once a week. So I'm not. Maybe go watch. My daughter maybe wants to go watch, and because there's also kid ones, right? So we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. So PROFC though, next 5 years, man. Who knows? Like.
Okay.
Because the whole thing is like, I mean,
Dana White over here looking for a fight.
Look how much it's grown in the 10 years since I started. Going from not even finding 10 fighters to now, like when Jeff Huang does his events.
Sure, yeah.
Dude, man, there was like, he told me how many people signed up for the fights. It was like, he said over 200 fighters.
Really? Check it out. Remember these? You guys were helping sell tickets for that.
Yeah, that's right.
The WOTD.
Right. Yeah.
To Jeff. I'm going to get Jeff on as well. Yeah, before we start the next one, we'll get Jeff on for sure. Yeah.
Jeff is, Jeff. He had his documentary, right?
Yeah, I know. He's fantastic, that guy.
His story is inspirational too, man. Like, and it's cool talking to you about, you know, martial arts, because martial arts, one way or another, has affected or influenced so many people's lives.
For sure.
You know, like even for like us, where we're like recreational, we like it.
For sure, yeah.
Man, like my YouTube is all MMA stuff. Your YouTube's all MMA stuff.
MMA stuff.
You know what I mean? It's like, it gives people things to look forward to. When's the next fight? You know,
and right now it's like UFC's with the ESPN deal. It's like every week.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't show every single one here. All the pay-per-views we show, but I mean, like the other ones, I'll watch the fight nights at home. But then there's like a fight night like Leon Edwards and Khamzat.
Oh man,
that card is so stacked. I'm going to show that.
Yeah.
There's the Tyson fight you're showing as well, right?
Yes.
Tyson, right?
Dude, those are my two favorite boxers.
Yeah, me too, right? Yeah. Like, who do you think? What do you got? It's hard to say.
Like, I don't know. I know a lot. I know, man. I still think Tyson's gonna knock him. I think Tyson's gonna knock him out.
Think he'll knock him out? Yeah.
I mean, so.
But because what's gonna be the weight difference, right? I mean, like,
right?
Yeah. That's why. That's the thing, right? Like, I know they're supposedly close weight-ish, but it doesn't look like it, right?
But
Tyson's just
but that career-wise, I mean, Tyson was always heavyweight,
always
right?
Heavy. Yeah.
But like you see Roy Jones Jr. and he was like light.
Yeah,
he was at a couple. Yeah, so he's like light.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight. But man, when he was in his prime, though, man, oh my God.
Nobody could touch that guy. I love him.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I love him. Those two guys. I remember growing up, we would so we had this big satellite dish that, you know, used to have to point to different.
I had one too in my front.
Did you have
front yard?
Yeah, we had it in the backyard, and we used to get all the pay-per-views for free.
Yeah.
So we you know, when you need, you know, you hit like C4 to B2 or whatever, you hit enter, and while it started turning, you just hit cancel, and so we just kind of like move like that far. But it's still pointed at the same satellite, but everything's unlocked. All the pay-per-views were unlocked.
Man.
So I did that by accident as a kid, and then from then we watched all the WWF pay-per-views, all the boxing, everything was crazy. We watched all the Tyson fights, man.
I remember watching the Tyson
Leon Spinks, or who was it?
No, the one that was in Japan. Tub? No. Oh, I can't think of the other guy's name.
I don't know.
It was like
I remember, yeah.
And I remember they were talking about, each ticket so crazy, front row ticket $800.
Yeah.
Yeah, now tickets are like.
Now tickets are crazy. Yeah. Like I was saying, I went to a UFC and I paid like $280 or something per ticket.
Yeah.
And we were not the front row; we were way in the back.
Right.
But we got to rub elbows with some, like BJ Penn was there. He was sitting kind of in front of us.
Talk to him?
Yeah, I did. Of course, I got a picture with him.
How is he? Like,
he was all. It was funny. I got this funny story because it was a lineup, and everybody just kept like, like either shaking his hand or just posing with him. So I'm just like, so he sees me and he kind of does his arm and he's like this, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna. And then I'm like, and he's like, okay, like this, and I'm like this, and he's like, okay, and I was like, okay, oh shit, whatever you want, dude. I just want a picture, man.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he was good. I mean, he was friendly. Everybody's friendly. Who else was in the crowd? Like Lando Venato was there. It was a pretty.
He seems like he'd be a cool dude.
Lando Venato was cool. There was, who was it? Aldo was fighting Jeremy Stevens, and then he was kind of on his losing streak, Aldo. And then that was when he liver punched Jeremy Stevens, and Stevens comes off. Then he goes on the cage, and he's So I ran to the front, the gate there, and I'm taking pictures of Jose Aldo. And then I feel like this elbow on me, like pushing me over. Is this tiny, like blonde lady, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I was like taking pictures, and she's like, yeah, cheering. Aldo comes out through the crowd. It's his wife, and then he's just like hugging his wife, and literally like right there.
It was right there.
And I'm just like taking pictures. Him and his wife, like, it's like, oh, Jose Aldo. I'm like, oh my God, Jose Aldo was amazing. Who else were there? Like Eddie Alvarez. I mean, it was incredible. It was just like, I went to one in Japan, which was super fun,
right?
A UFC,
right?
But that one was unbelievable. It's the best experience I've had. Yeah. Okay, I'm almost done. Yeah.
That one, that card looked pretty stacked.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It was a good card. Joanna's amazing. I mean, it's good. It's just a good card, dude. And then DC was commentating. Dana White was there.
Right.
It was just, I was like a kid in a candy store, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't really watch anything else, but that's what I watched. So I was like, wow. My brother was like drooling over Ariane. He's just like, oh my God, Ariane's right there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah. I'm like, he's hot, but I mean, like, these dudes, I love these guys.
Yeah.
These are like my heroes, man.
I was like,
I was so like, what?
The first UFC I went to too, man. I was like a little kid in there.
For sure. I totally was like a little kid.
It's like, oh my God, it's Carlos Condit.
Yeah, I love Carlos.
I'm like, what? No way.
Born killer.
He's so big too. For like so, just in person, he's a big.
Yeah, I bet he is. You know who else I saw? Michael Bisping was there, and he was taking pictures with people, and I was just like, "Hey, Bisping," and he was just like a rock. Like, it was just like,
oh yeah,
like, this guy's a rock. It was like, so solid.
Yeah,
like, wow.
I met Bisping.
He's awesome.
Once or twice. Yeah, I met him 2 times before.
Bisping's amazing, dude.
Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to have a conversation with him. Okay. Because one time was in a night club.
Yeah. Oh, really?
One time was in a, you know who's hilarious is Kung Lee.
Oh, really? Kung
Lee is funny, man.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's like
he's like a movie star too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a movie star as well. Dude, he's funny. Like I had a chance to hang out with him a little bit. And Rich Franklin, I met. I hung out with him on a couple occasions.
Really?
And he's at one now.
Okay, he's at the Warrior series.
Yeah. So and I helped him do the when I really got to know him was when he did the UFC on Fox.
Okay.
We did the press conference. So we did that free seminar.
Dude, that's amazing.
We did the free seminar, and he was teaching the seminar. So got to hang out with him.
Dude, let me know anytime. Dude. Those events that's incredible, dude. Let me know. I'm in. I'll close the shop for the day if I have to. Come out, man.
Yeah,
sure.
Man, a lot of these fighters though, they're just like, I mean, they're real people, right?
Yeah, of course.
They're real people. Yeah. So it's funny. Like, it's funny to see that. Like, because I grew up in a town that's like 5,000 people.
Okay, well, that's smaller than mine.
And so when I get to meet like these people, like these fighters and people you see on TV all the time, and
sure,
and then even like from the hip hop artists and stuff like that, and it's so weird for me. It's a surreal feeling. Yeah.
I can imagine. I mean, you got some pretty cool contacts, bro, and hey, man, I'd love to meet some of these guys, man. I'm such a super fan of the UFC, and it's like, it's crazy. I mean, here's this really ridiculous story. I remember this one dude. I was posting something about UFC because that's pretty much the only thing I post. UFC and my daughter, right?
Yeah.
And it's like
actually, it's true. Like your Facebook is
it's all UFC, everything, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, this one guy, this American guy, whatever, he's like, oh, you need to boycott UFC, and I'm just like, okay, why would I do that? He's like, because Dana's friends with Trump. right? And I was just like, oh God, what? And then I actually explained, like, I wrote a super duper long message explaining why Dana's friends with Trump, because, you know, in the beginning, no one would give him the time of day, and Trump helped him out. And of course, I know the whole story.
Yeah.
I wrote the whole thing out there. I'm like, that's why. I'm like, I have no political affiliation. I don't care about anything, but I care about UFC. I love UFC. And he's like, well, you must be a white supremacist. And I was like, I didn't even know I was white. I was like, okay, well, I guess I am. It's the most ridiculous thing.
In Taiwan, you are white.
Taiwan, so that's how the shoe fits now. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. It's like, what? I'm like,
was that guy from, like, that guy's, like, American?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I don't remember his name, but it's just like,
it's like
so ignorant. It's the craziest thing anyone's ever called me, and I just thought, wow, what? That is,
man.
What do you say?
You're a white supremacist.
Yeah, right. That's great. It's like calling you a white supremacist.
Yeah, it's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's crazy, dude.
Wait, but is that in private message or was it in your comment section?
It's in the comment section. Yeah, I don't know how long ago it was. A while, but.
That's hilarious.
Ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever had.
If you ever accidentally come across that,
yeah, I'll try to snap a shot of it. Yeah, it's the craziest thing.
Send it to me.
Crazy, dude. It's so crazy.
It's funny now that you think of it, but at the time, I would have been like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Craziest thing. But brother, we finished the wings.
We did. I survived, but I don't know.
You survived them all. The last one, then
you never really know if you survive until
round 3 is tomorrow morning.
That's all I was just gonna ask.
Don't do coffee on an empty stomach in the morning, and that'll be good. Yeah, it'll be tough because it's gonna be like. Anyways, that's what I do. I don't do. I did it a couple times, and it's faster, but it's more painful for sure.
And don't do baking soda for sure.
Oh, don't do baking soda. No, just before or after. Just don't do it. Yeah. Brother,
awesome, man.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, man.
Let's do it. I appreciate it. We're doing the BJ Penn thing, right? Let's do it again, yeah. And I actually will have a picture here. We'll take a little thumbnail shot. Thank you for the shirt. We'll take a picture with the shirt here.
Yeah, man. You get the honorary. It's a staff T-shirt.
Hey, man. I'm in.
You're gonna be helping out. You know,
you got the shirt now.
The red one.
The red one. I love it, brother. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to say before we split?
No, man, can I just do a drop?
Of course,
yeah, man. Like, if you guys want to check out, like, Taiwan's top fitness facility, come check out Dynasty Taipei. You could look us up on Facebook or Instagram.
I've actually, the Facebook pages are in for PROFC and for Dynasty. They're in the description.
Yeah. Oh, but PROFC, did you get the new one?
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's just Pro Fighting Official.
Okay, I don't know then. Okay.
Yeah.
Check. I don't think it's the one. We can change it. Yeah.
Because I think someone hacked my Instagram account.
Oh shoot. Okay.
So Pro Fighting MMA on Facebook is good, but I think I had to change it to Pro Fighting Official on Instagram.
I didn't share the Instagram ones.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good.
It's Facebook ones.
Yeah, then Facebook you're good. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah,
so
man.
Check out his stuff. Follow this guy on Facebook. Check out his gym. It's fantastic. PROFC, we're gonna have some amazing fights. Looking forward to it. I'll be helping out. I'm looking forward to that big time. And thank you guys for watching, brother.
Yeah, man.
Thank
you so much.
My pleasure to have you here.
The last couple were pretty torturous.
They're pretty rough, eh?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you guys next time.